Okay, so everybody, hello. Thank you for being with us today. I'm really pleased to be here, and I have to say thanks to Rob and Grazia and Mary who invited me to this opportunity. This is my first time doing something like this online, and so I think I'm going to be touching a little bit upon what Mary said, Aníbal, Davies, and Rosie said so far. And my topic would be about technology in the EFL classroom. So since this is only 10 slides, I decided to do these 10 tools to promote student empowerment and independence. So I'm going to show you this. And I'm sure many of you are familiar with the first part of the slide. So we have gone from having only the blackboard and from having the overhead projector, the carousel projector, the cassettes, and the big telephones to the other side, having WhatsApp, having Facebook, YouTube, Edmodo, and many different tools that are now online that will help us um, improve or will help us, improve our teaching skills. So um, in the past, I remember my teachers giving me only the cassettes, like copies of the cassettes or copies of the CDs that were together with the book so I can practice at home. But now we have more than that. And what is the idea here? The idea is that we can help our students become more independent and give them more empowerment on decision making and on what they want to learn by themselves. Um, just think about it. It was 2007, 10 years ago, when the first iPhone was launched. And since then, we are now talking about the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 10, or the iPhone X, and that is amazing. And the same happens with Android devices. So technology basically empowers. It empowers teachers and it empowers students. It empowers teachers because it gives us sources. It gives us data and methods and new ways to teach. I think here about this year we started our new curriculum in Costa Rica for first graders in elementary schools, and we had to teach students phonological awareness. And so every time I wanted to plan a class, I didn't know how to do it in a different way. So I went online and I found a lot of different ways to teach the same content. Now, most important is that technology empowers students because it gives them choice. It gives them information that is up to date. It gives them more exposure to the language, real language, which is more important. It's not that classroom language or that language that comes with a book of fixed dialogues that are used to teach on a specific content or a specific grammar or pronunciation, but it's real. Students therefore become more interested, more motivated, and more independent on their learning. And I think this is what we want, right? If you look at these students being empowered, actually we're a little bit touching upon what David said about scaffolding. We're giving them more teacher centered to less teacher centered. So what are some of the vocabulary or the tools that we can use? So 3 tools that I love using to reinforce vocabulary. The first one you can see there is creating word clouds, and there is a website, but there are also applications you can use on your cell phone. And two these two that I have there were created by some of my students, and just to practice the spelling of different words they remember for vocabulary. Then we have the Voice of America. If you haven't heard of that one, they upload in their website 1 word per week that our students can learn. And what they do is like kind of a news episode that lasts 1 or 2 minutes. And they show the meaning of the word, but they also show the word in context, which is very important. And Quizlet, which I love, I was given this one by Mary Shaw, our first speaker today, and I appreciate that. Quizlet is a website that helps us create flashcards, and our students are going to be able to use those flashcards in 6 or 7 different games for them to learn concepts and for them to learn the vocabulary better. So another tool that I love to use with my students, and this has to do with using a lot of technology today. Our students are becoming more and more involved on having telephones. It's QR codes. QR, if you don't know, it's the short for quick response. and there are the links for two generators, and they are very easy to generate. And what I usually do is I prepare the QR codes with questions or with topics that my students don't know what they are. I put them on my desk, and then the students come and pick one, and they take them with them, and then they paste them on their shirt, or they have them on their hand, and they have to walk around the classroom reading the QR with the telephone and asking the question that is in that QR or embedded in that image, basically. The two pictures that I have here are pictures from one of my colleagues. She decided to use them, and after she used them, she said that was amazing. This is a public school in Costa Rica, and so you can see that this actually works. You don't need to work at a private school to have this kind of technology being used in the classroom. Now, another tool that I want to touch upon is Edmodo. And Edmodo is it's a tool I love because it's a platform. It's for free, which is something teachers would love to. If you haven't used it, it's very similar to Facebook, as you can see in the little image that is right there on your screen. And it provides a secure environment. The teacher has full control on the classroom. Actually, we teachers control who gets in and who gets out of this virtual classroom, and it has awesome features. It's very user friendly. You can post notes, assignments, polls, quizzes. You can create your own quizzes there for students to practice, and within one group you can create smaller groups, so it helps with differentiation as well. All right. um, Now, these other four tools, and those are the last four tools before I move a little bit on more theory. Lingro, as you can see there, the picture that is below Lingro. Lingro transforms basically any website into a dictionary. So what you have there is a picture of the Costa Rica Tico Times. I put it into Lingro, and then I click on each word, and you see that there is over here, there is a little definition of the word that I clicked on. And sometimes it also gives us the pronunciation. StoryCorps is an NGO that decides to interview real people with real stories. Stories that are happy stories, some stories that are not that happy, a little sadder, but still stories for real people that we can use, and they have a lot of animation. The American English, it's from the United States government, and this provides a lot of material for students, for teachers. The journal that it's created by the the Department of State of the United States, it's there. And Youglish is in collaboration with YouTube. What you do is that in youglish.com, you type one word, and it will find different different videos that are there online that are that contain that word, and so you can show them in context. Now, what do we need to know when we provide students with any of these tools? Well, always include strategies that are top down and bottom up. So strategies that are from the general to the specific, and from the specific to the general. Make sure you give your students opportunity to listen outside the class, and encourage them to listen outside the class, and provide them with the register, the collocations, and the written form of the words also as well. So it's better idea to always begin a listening by having students to talk about themselves, and some final thoughts. Begin by using technologies you are familiar with. If you don't know a website, make sure you go, you research. YouTube has a lot of tutorials. If you want to use Youglish, you go in YouTube and you type Youglish tutorials, and you will find a lot of tutorials that will help you. Cultivate collaborations with other teachers. Ask them to be part of or play the role of the students. And this is what Mary talked about, an ongoing dialogue with other teachers, with the students as well. Make wise decisions as of when technology is integrated into learning. If you use it every lesson, it loses the magic. So make sure you integrate it in the correct place, the correct time. Recognize the challenge. I know not everywhere we go we have technology, but if we only have our computer, let's make sure to use it um, wisely, and to take advantage of this computer that we have, and develop your own technology skills. I mean, there are many courses, there are many tutorials online that you can use to develop your own skills. So if by any chance you want to do more about it, you can also create your own blogs. Like I have my blog there in Wixsite, the one you see there. You can use your Facebook pages to be updated on different things and to publish there and to have interaction with other teachers. So I think at the end, what you need to do is to be aware that technology is now what our students need, what our students want, and so we can be able to integrate that into our classroom. And again, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you, Rob, for having me here. I think I just finished my time, right? So thank you for this great opportunity.